The background might have changed, but the idea stays the same. Let's make some fantastic omelets, and we got 2 of them for you. Kind of like a Southwestern and Italian. I'm cooking with my good friend, Zach. Let's go.
I want to do 2 different kinds of omelets because I got to go big or go home. So I'm thinking like a Southwestern cheesy omelet and then something more a little Italian themed. So I got the Italian sausage and the regular sausage, and then I just grabbed everything in the pantry when it comes to vegetables. Tell me what to slice and how to do it.
Well, I think first things first, the Southwest, absolutely, I'm all about it. I love those flavors. The thing that's intriguing is how we're going to be able to incorporate these flavors for an Italian omelet. I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm excited about it too. I'm excited about not having my eggs stick on the griddle. I'm gonna watch. I'm here to watch this.
Easy. All right.
So, I'm trying to learn how to do my knives a little better, and I was over at the family's house trying to do 2 things at once and cut the tip of my thumb off a couple weeks ago.
Easy now. Let the knife do the work. The funny thing is my cuts lately I traditionally do not cut myself. It's always about grabbing the knife when I'm not paying attention because I'm worried about other things. So the day I went to, the other day I went to grab the knife, but my hand slid on the corner of the knife like that instead of grabbing the handle.
So this was, my brother was trying to get me to taste mashed potatoes and see what they needed. And it was one of them things where I was cutting the cabbage and I'd lean over and taste it. And I knew to stop, but I was just like right near the end. So I'm like, I'm just going to these couple 3 while I'm tasting this. And I felt it. I knew I had done messed up.
You know the idea, like you never grab a falling knife? Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
So I was washing my fillet knife after doing some really good fish, and I didn't. So the knife fell, and when my hand went out like this, the blade happened to just literally just fall at the, and when I raised my hand up like that, yeah.
You could have just caught it and done less.
Exactly.
Caught it and done less damage.
0 chance, yeah. That's probably my 2 worst ones right there.
Now it's crazy, before we started filming, we actually grew up right close to each other and didn't even know it.
Neighbors.
Both in South Knoxville. Now you went to the military and started cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And how many omelets would you say you've cooked in your career? Would it be over 5,000?
What do you think, Dan? I mean, a day. I mean, literally, how many
omelets do soldiers eat?
I would probably say on average, we would probably be in charge of cooking 1,000 at minimum omelets a day.
1,000 a day.
Yeah. You got to think my ship, when fully loaded, was probably 3,700 with Marines and sailors. And then obviously it's broken up between your general mess and then your chief's mess and wardroom. And yeah, I mean.
Are those cooked to order?
Yeah.
Do they get to put what they want on them?
Yeah, we have an assortment just like what we're doing here, and they come through, and you can get over easy eggs, scrambled eggs, omelets. Ham and cheese is obviously probably the number 1. Not really a lot of cheese assortments.
What's your favorite omelet to make?
It's not about the flavor, it's about the experience.
The experience.
Whatever his wife likes.
A chocolate creme brulee would be his favorite.
I'm actually not even an omelet fan.
Really?
I'd much rather have the same exact ingredients, the same everything, and scrambled more than omelet.
We were at a really nice hotel, and my wife got a made-to-order omelet, some kind of Southwestern omelet, and I was like, okay, I love this. So I came home and started making omelets again, and I figured out you don't have to turn it all the way, you don't have to cook everything on high. Omelets don't have to be cooked until they're bone dry.
Yeah.
It's okay for your eggs to have a little moisture to them.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of griddle cooking, like a ton of it. And you will theme different flavors. How do you determine what flavors theme in which way? Like what goes with Southwestern, what goes with Italian, what goes with all that? What's kind of some go-to combinations for those? Whether you're doing on a burger, an omelet, or anything.
I know it sounds crazy, but it just goes back to the basics, right? So when you think Italian, you're using Italian ingredients, sun-dried tomatoes, maybe like an Italian-style sausage. But more importantly, it really comes down to what you like. Because just because a recipe has something in there, if you don't like mushrooms, if you don't like spinach, if you don't like this, if you don't like that, don't put it in. Don't force yourself to eat something if you don't like it.
Just to be authentic.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's almost like Southwest. Well, what if I put like a roasted chili in there, and you're like, oh, that's too spicy? Don't add it.
But you don't understand. This is the internet. If you do something wrong in the Italian world, they're going to come over from Italy and tell you.
Let me tell you, I can't boil water without being told I made it wrong. So.
I could watch some people do them knives like that all day long.
It actually just goes back to their same fundamentals as your claw. Okay. So your knife, try to always just imagine, you don't always have to cut the vegetable, right? So I could go here all day long and barely even cut. See how I'm not,
You're just shaving it. Yeah.
right? But barely, right? So the whole idea is still your claw. See how my finger's a little bit back?
Yeah.
So my knife would have to raise above my knuckle for me to do damage. So when you're doing this, it's all about still just raising your claw higher, right? My claw wouldn't be as high. It could be, right? But with here, if you want to go the whole thing, your claw needs to be higher because the knife, that's what guides your knife.
Okay.
Okay? So, and then the claw just moves as your knife comes down.
I learn something every day here. And you were doing it kind of... Thumb's starting to get in front of my claw after last week.
You don't have much of a claw left.
The claw got a little shorter.
Not worry about cutting that claw off again. So on a green onion too. So a lot of times you separate the whites from the greens and you'll cook this. You'll use this for a garnish, okay? But also too, instead of going your traditional rounds, come at an angle. That's called cutting on a bias. You can do it with carrots, celery, stuff like that. And it elongates your...
Nice little detail. I feel that's the officer's mess right there. You don't get that in the crew. General don't get that. So we have, this is not Arby's, but we have the meats. Now you're cooking this on low.
Yeah. I like to render the fat. You cook it high, and then all of a sudden, you know, like plus we're gonna be doing eggs.
Okay.
So it'll take a long time for your griddle to calm back down. Eggs is about, probably honestly about 325 to 350 degrees. And on low, this is about 380. So it's a hair high
Really?
on low, but it doesn't climb in temperature. So you'll notice some tricks that we have to be able to lower the temperature
Okay.
and make sure we don't have those browned eggs. Butter is a telltale all. Butter is your number one secret when it comes to eggs.
It's your thermometer.
It is your thermometer. You're exactly right. If your butter browns, then
It's too hot.
Too hot. You can tell the way it sizzles over the griddle. You know, if you raise this up, you can see how it performs on the griddle. It really is. Also too, just for you to know. So you see all this residual stuff left over and how it sticks?
Yeah.
That's common. That's going to happen on stainless steel, griddles, non-stick, you name it, right? It's a lot of times it's from the sugars and the proteins itself, right? It's called fond. That's how you build a really good gravy, really good dish, and anything you're doing. However, if you don't scrape this up before you put eggs down, people are like, oh, I take bacon off and put eggs down. Then they get frustrated, their eggs stick. Technically, their eggs aren't sticking to the griddle. Their eggs are sticking to the fond.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably half of my problem because I do. And I don't scrape it well. I'll just kind of hit it with a scrubber and just go on.
Sausage is super notorious for this, where it leaves that stuff on the bottom. See all that stuff right there?
Yeah.
That's what makes your eggs stick. Now you take a spatula like this,
Oh, I see it coming off.
right?
And you're still getting all the flavor from it. You're not losing it.
Exactly.
But you're not putting your egg on it.
Right. So now your egg hits a warm griddle that's been lubricated by fat versus your fond, and that's how your eggs stick.
So you're not cooking in the fat until you scrape the fond out from under it.
Yeah.
If there's a piece that needs to be eaten, I'll just take care of it. You need to free up some griddle space.
All right, piece of Italian sausage. We probably just need one if we're just going to do one omelet. So I'm going to open the casing. We're going to get this ground up right in that bacon fat because obviously bacon fat rules. Feel it. You can actually feel your spatula break against it.
Feel it there.
Feel it over here. Feel the difference.
Oh, it's like it's pulling. And then when it's kind of going, you feel it.
And it's still over there. See what it is?
Oh, yeah.
We're just going to make a little mound.
Do a few of them because I love hash browns. I will say, my hardest part about hash browns is them either falling apart or burning. Oh, yes.
Little jalapeno, salt, pepper, garlic, and butter.
Oh, yes.
It kind of gets down in the bottom of the hash browns. and that's how you start browning up the bottom of the hash browns. Okay.
Okay, so you put the butter on the top.
You don't have to, but it slowly does it. You gotta be careful. If your griddle's too hot, your butter's gonna burn, right?
Okay.
But here's a tip I'm gonna give you about eggs. A lot of people hash browns, they make them too big. You only have so many inches to work with, right? So when you make your omelet, you can only fold so much at a time. And a lot of times you see people that'll create like the biggest omelet possible. When they go to fold it, half the omelet.
Yeah.
Same with hash
Happens
browns.
to me all the time.
So hopefully we can fix that. Okay, so this side's on medium, we're on low, and now we can start sauteing the vegetables. So how this goes, the butter will melt down, it'll start creating like a little nest, and that's how we brown up the bottom of these hash browns. Yeah, so 2 secrets to hash browns is literally, you gotta let them cook. This is not a quick thing, and you need enough oil to, you're almost like the idea of like a French fry, right? If a French fry didn't have oil to fry in, it wouldn't be crispy. Same thing with hash browns. You're almost creating a bed of oil so that bottom gets crispy. And I love crispy hash browns. Some people might not like them as crispy as I do.
I like extra crispy. I like that deep gold.
Onions will go on all of it.
Onions are on everything, yes sir. Now are we gonna hit our, wow. That is perfection.
I think I could go full time at the Waffle House.
I think you've already passed the Waffle House challenge on in the military.
I hit it with oh yeah, you can do the tops with those.
I was gonna say, do we hit our veggies with this?
I did
Or have
with
you
those
already.
since they're going to be on both sides of omelets. Then I went ahead and did the shake that.
Okay,
it's
so
just
it
a
goes with
jalapeno.
everything.
Yeah.
See, that's what you're talking about, making the spices generic so they fit with everything. They work with everything no matter which side they go in.
I'll show you how the butter reacts. So you can imagine that's extremely soft, right? I mean, the butter's really not doing anything at all. So as we move over to the heat, see the difference?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So right through there is kind of like your sweet spot.
Okay.
And I always do butter with eggs. I always feel like for some reason,
It just makes a better egg. It really does.
all right, so if you're working on the Southwest, you want a little sausage?
Oh yeah.
So we got sausage down, a little bacon.
Oh yeah. And then we'll top it with some green onion, you reckon?
Yep.
I got some cheddar cheese, some
Jalapenos.
pepper jack. Oh yes. Hold on, here I got there. I like them pickled. They give a little different flavor here. You gonna put them on the griddle?
And right there on the griddle. All right, I'm gonna mix all this together, and then I'm gonna leave some of it out for the garnish. Right? So let's say you have like 4 family members coming through and they hand you the plate. What I would do is have all your stuff lined up.
Okay.
They take the ingredients, they put it on their plate, you take the plate and just do the shovel method.
Okay.
Scramble it all
Shove
together.
their plate off.
And then like you have your little area here, you could do your eggs. The first batch comes on, you fold it up, you go. The second batch comes on with eggs, shovel up and go. And then they're coming down, so you don't have to worry about your
I'm gonna have to try this. I'm gonna have to try this with the family. And it's either gonna be, this might be the best fail video I've ever made on YouTube.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't let you do that. All right, 3 eggs scrambled, that bath of butter.
Oh, and you can see they're sizzling about the same as that butter. They just got that low sizzle.
Pepper jack cheese.
Check right here.
Yep, go ahead. Now you see how your eggs are already cooked
Yeah.
over here, so we need to keep an eye on that. Go all the way around it.
All the way around it,
We're
okay.
gonna do it. There you go, a little cheddar.
Do it like you mean it.
Yeah.
Oh, you just put it all straight in.
Lid it. Call it lid, fold it, right?
Okay.
And then since this is the runnier part, and I like to work right to left, it's gonna push that out, and that's gonna be our bottom side to cook. Okay, because this is already cooked. So this
Because
is
that's already cooked. It was bubbling. It's the hotter side. I got you.
And if you notice, it's the side of our spatula. Okay. So we're just gonna fold it.
Oh, I can see that one. Oh yes. Let me grab my plate here.
Here it goes back on that heat.
Yep. Yep.
Take just a little bit of cheddar for some glue. Take our vegetables.
Welcome to the IHOP.
Still swimming as we go. The griddle looks like you're gonna swipe it off.
Oh, yeah.
Towel. Take this off.
I mean, that's a true masterpiece right there. You won't eat a better breakfast at any restaurant in Knoxville.
Not on that.
You truly won't have a that is amazing.
The Italian sausage is naturally going to come down and help that spinach wilt. So a little onion. Some of those bell peppers. Zach said bacon goes in everything. All right, with the garlic and the scallions, I'm gonna keep that butter flavored just like that on the griddle. I'm gonna throw that back inside here, and there's our flavoring.
Oh, that looks, I could literally just eat that in the bowl.
So we started the spinach,
Okay.
added the sweet Italian sausage, because that fat left over is gonna help saute it. We added all of our sauteed vegetables, little mushroom,
Oh, yes, yes.
and then remember that garlic and scallion?
Oh, yes.
So
infused it into that butter.
And then whatever was left, I moved all the butter over here, and the actual residual pieces like this went back in here for more flavor.
This is going to be an omelet to remember right here.
You got your 3 eggs ready?
I got my 3 eggs ready.
So what cheeses you got for us?
I've got some mozzarella, some feta, and some Parmesan.
Perfect.
Now, I was going to use some fresh mozzarella, but you cautioned me against that, and I listened to professionals. So I traded it for some low moisture. And I'm just going to pour it on.
Give it just a quick second.
Okay.
I know the eggs look wet. Don't worry about it. You don't want to make sure your eggs are cooked all the way through before adding your ingredients. A lot of time left over on the griddle. Plus, when they're moist like this, the ingredients have a chance to stick inside the eggs. We're just throwing a little feta down. What'd you put, Parmesan?
Yeah, a little handful. How much basil should we put in there?
That threw me for a loop. I didn't know you had it. I think we should shift on it.
What's that mean?
You need to roll them in leaves and thinly slice them.
Okay. Oh, this is looking good.
You got everything on there you want?
Yeah.
You sure?
I got my basil here.
Once it folds up.
Oh, that just looks so beautiful.
So you're kind of like hedging your bet, right? You're getting underneath the omelet and you're
Just
getting
rolling it.
up on it, right? It's not just like a forceful, it's like up and over.
Breville for your garnish too. This is an omelet and a half right here. Hey,
But it
Brad,
goes to show you, if your griddle's done the right way, you got the low enough temps, your eggs should never cook. I mean, your eggs should never stick.
burn. Yeah, it never
No,
stick.
no
It's
burning,
perfect.
no sticking.
This is the moment we all cook for. The final taste.
It is, what, 30 minutes ago?
The easiest 10-minute omelets you'll make in 1 hour. Welcome to YouTube.
So
Okay.
you have the Italian, your heart was set on the Italian.
It really was, and I love this. You got the Southwest. I'm gonna cut this thing in half so that they can see it. Let's give them a
Yeah,
close
let's cut it in half
and then we'll split them.
and open it up just so they can see that what's inside when they.
Okay, and then let's both try half of each. Oh! I'm gonna get my fork under here so I can pick this up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that! I mean, it's like you said. Every layer, it's not just a clump. Every layer is loaded with those ingredients.
Yeah, so when I see people making omelets, one of the first things, it doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It's just a different preference, is how you started, when you mound all the ingredients together. If you can imagine your egg being rolled up, then all your egg just completely rolls around the ingredients. Then you bite into it and your ingredients fall out.
You have egg and ingredient.
Right, when I mentioned you can go ahead and add the ingredients on there when it's a little bit wet, it grabs your ingredients. So now when you spread your ingredients out all the way and then fold it up, then you just have the ingredients in every
They're
bite.
truly layered.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can get close on this. Let's see if you can see it. But when I pull this up, you can see layer of egg, layer of ingredient, going under the bottom, layer of egg, layer of ingredients. And it's all the way through there.
Hey, we
layered
had a saying, and it's on my back porch in every single video. I have an American flag with a Navy emblem, and then this little small silver thing that you see. Nobody ever asked about it. But it's a saying we had in the Navy. And as a cook, we didn't have the most prestigious job, but I think we had one of the best sayings ever. We may not be the lead of the fleet, but without us, the fleet won't eat.
That's as elite as it gets right there, because if I don't eat, I don't do nothing.
There you go. I'm actually pretty excited about yours, to be honest with you. Let's just start off from the bottom.
Okay.
The shallots and the onions, mix them
Great
with the butter,
base.
add to the base. We added those ingredients back in. 3 different types of cheeses. Golly, what a bite. Look at that bite.
Open a restaurant. Get off of the YouTube. Open a restaurant. That's the ultimate Italian omelet right there. That is really good. That is a great combination. And I love how every bite It doesn't even taste like you're eating a lot of egg. The egg is just there to complement it and hold everything. It's not really. There's no overpowering egg flavor that you get with just a simple fold over omelet.
That's a lot of flavor. That is so deep. You get everything, like the mushrooms even stand out.
Yeah.
The sun-dried tomatoes at the end, the basil.
The sun-dried tomatoes kind of have that punch, or that little punch of
Golly,
acidity there.
dude.
It's a great. I'm gonna try that Southwest now. It's gonna have some heat. I'm hoping to get a bite with that jalapeno in it. Whole different direction, but equally as good. The bacon and sausage complement each other well. That jalapeno is very strong in it, Tyler.
I actually prefer the Southwest in my mind, but after eating it, I actually prefer the Italian because I feel like the ingredients are not overpowering each other. I feel like that pickled jalapeno, like you said, has a little zing in the end, and it kind of overpowers. But I still enjoy it. But
I could have chopped it. It would have helped if I had chopped it a little bit or something to spread it out a little more.
That's for an Italian omelet. That's good.
I'll definitely make both of them again.
Oh yeah,
no
absolutely.
doubt about that. But those are both of those are absolute winners in my book, and I hadn't even made it to the hash browns.